Welcome back to Teresa's Dead. My name is Teresa and I'm very much back. I'm so excited. I have an awful, garbage, filthy mouth, so viewer discretion is advised. But if you're not into that, or weird shit in general, this is definitely not the place for you. Feel free to X out the video here. No harm, no foul, but I'll remember our time fondly. Y'all, I am so excited that I finally get to do air horns. It's been like 2+ weeks. Imagine a world without air horns. It's disgusting. Anyway. Okay. I hope y'all heard that because that literally scared the life out of me. Oh my God. The neighbor's dog next door is like this big. And that bark is whew. Okay. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna be honest. I'm embarrassed. Downright ashamed. Your garbage baby has made some real weird purchases. And while some of today's products I'm ashamed, but ultimately happy that I purchased, there are some that I question my sanity. Because why the hell would I ever buy some of these things? And that's what today's video is all about. Exposing myself. Not like that. That's behind a paywall. And listen, some of y'all might disagree with some of the things that I talk about today, and that's fine. This is not about you. It's about me. Remember that. Anyway, before I start really getting vulnerable and start exposing myself for the true clown that I am, a word from today's sponsor. Thank you to Factor for sponsoring today's video. Y'all, I love Factor. I'm straight up in love with them. They do no wrong in my eyes. They're perfect, and with that said, we are getting married. Yes, you heard right, we're getting married. Just an FYI, we are registered at Linens and Things. We have linens, we just need things. Anyway, if you've never heard of Factor before, I know that got weird. Anyway, if you've never heard of Factor before, they are here to make your life easy by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian approved meals straight to your door. Factor is an angel, and they have been my go-to for lunch these past 2 months. And I cannot imagine my life without them. What I love about Factor is that you have options. You can choose your meals, or if you're a Libra like me, and the thought of making a choice is just too much, you can let Factor choose for you, based on your taste preference and your meal history. Now their plans range from 4 to 18 meals per week. Alex and I usually do about 8 meals, so 4 meals for me, 4 meals for him. And what is nice about them is if we are traveling, we can skip or reduce the amount of meals we get that week. As I've mentioned before, Factor is owned by HelloFresh. So if you get HelloFresh, you will definitely see the similarities in terms of variety and add-ons. It's fantastic. Specifically speaking, they have great breakfast options like apple cinnamon pancakes and bacon cheddar egg bites. Everything I have tried from Factor has been absolutely delicious. However, if I had to pick, it's kind of hard because there are 2 meals that I would pick every day if I could. And that's the butter chicken, which I'm sorry, I live in Florida. I cannot find good Indian food. Actually, it's so funny because this food blew away some of the places I had in New York. I was like, how is this possible? Anyway, if I could get butter chicken every day, I would be so happy. Or the other one that's absolutely my favorite is a spicy sweet potatoes and peanut sauce. I'm obsessed. Obsessed. And that is one of their vegan options, and it just, oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. It's not even funny how good it is. The thought of it's just making me want to stop this video and go heat it up right now. Honestly, I haven't had a bad meal, and I don't think they're capable of mediocrity. This May, get Factor and enjoy clean eating without the hassle. Simply choose your meals and enjoy fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered to your door. Ready in just 2 minutes or less, and no prep. What is there not to love about that? So head over to factor75.com and use the code Teresa'sDead50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. Again, that's factor75.com, or click the link below and use code Teresa'sDead50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. Thank you again to Factor for sponsoring today's video, and thank you for keeping me well fed. Y'all go support the sponsors that support your garbage queen. Okay. Let's start. So I'm gonna break this down between 2 categories. I'm ashamed because I love it, and I'm ashamed because I bought it. The first product that I'm embarrassed by is from e.l.f. So e.l.f. came out with the American Eagle collection, okay? And honestly, I just wanted the bag. I'm a sucker for fun bags, and I could care less about this collaboration. Hell, I'm a fat boy, okay? So when I was younger, I didn't even acknowledge American Eagle because my beautiful fat ass couldn't fit in it. And shit, I still can't fit in it, okay? So of course it's weird that I would even pick this up, but again, I'm a sucker for capitalism. And who doesn't want a jean pocket makeup bag? I mean, come on, okay? This is everything. And you're a fucking monster if you say otherwise. I'm looking at you, Susie, okay? You're a fucking monster if you disagree with me. I hope someone named Susie's like, no, not me. Listen, I had zero expectations for this collection. When e.l.f. is good, they're great. But when they're bad, they are fucking bad. But this palette right here is hands down one of the best palettes I played with this year. And I know what I'm saying doesn't make any sense, but this is perfection. And I'm embarrassed because the whole thing is just so silly. It's a weird collaboration that makes no sense in the makeup world. It's a fucking apparel company that doesn't even make good plus size options, okay? They have no business making eyeshadows, let alone coming out with this bomb ass palette. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Once in a blue moon, e.l.f. releases something that is just too good for this world. Okay. I know I'm being dramatic, but it's true. And truly, we're just not worthy of its greatness. And for that, I'm so fucking embarrassed that I would literally die on a hill for this palette, okay? I would die on a hill for this palette. Look, it has a jean tag. I mean, come on. This is ridiculous. But when I tell you, this is so good. This is so good. I'm like ashamed. It's like my secret lover. I love it so much. I gotta push you back into the locker. You know, it's high school after all here, okay? If you tell anybody that we made out in third period, I'll gut you like a fish. Anyway, I love this, and I would happily have this in my coffin if I could. But seriously, if you could find the makeup bag, do yourself a favor. It's just, it's heaven. It's absolute heaven. Anyway, and another product that I'm just so ashamed of. And I'm just ashamed of my love for this palette. And I'm talking about the Cali Ray palette, y'all. I love this palette. And yes, I only purchased this because I love wood. All kinds of wood, really. Anything that is decorative wood is a sign of a basic ass bitch. I know because I know my own kind. And if it weren't 1,000 degrees, I would be showing you my Ugg boots right now. And we would all be together as I hang my live, laugh, love sign over my couch, okay? I'm basic as it comes. Don't let the garbage mouth fool you, okay? I'm basic. So the reason why I thought about this is because I was a little drunk and I was like, you know what? I really want this. I know it's stupid, but I really, really want this. All because it reminds me of a cutting board. And you know what? Listen, it's kind of a good idea to pick this up. Okay, it's kind of expensive. It doesn't have a mirror, which is a fucking drag, but the palette is actually good. And I'm embarrassed because of my love for wood has transcended into the makeup world. And it just goes to show that anything can be in wood, and I'll cherish it forever, regardless if it's good or not. Thanks, capitalism and my sad, sad childhood. But I fucking love this, and this is another product that I just want to be buried with. And it's so funny because the whole like Cali Ray brand for me feels so 20-something Coachella-ish kombucha drinking kind of a vibe. And I definitely don't fit that mold. But with this palette in hand, well, a bitch can try, okay? You're gonna see me at Coachella next, okay? Like, I love this. I love this. It's so stupid. And I'm embarrassed how much I love it. Anyway, the last product that is in the love category is this one from Flower Beauty, okay? It's the Flower Beauty ET palette. So Flower Beauty, let me walk you back a little bit. Flower Beauty decided to create palettes from Drew Barrymore's movie library. The only ones I can remember is ET and Charlie's Angels. Maybe Never Been Kissed, but I can't remember. I feel like that's a fever dream. But in any case, when I saw the Charlie's Angel palette, I was like, what the fuck is this? It literally made no sense. The outside packaging was amazing. The inside just looked like some basic ass bitchery, but not in a good way. But this palette piqued my interest because of the silver. Now the silver in this is one of the best silvers I have ever tried for drugstore makeup. A beautiful Tin Man Dick silver on a budget. And the whole vibe kind of feels like a joke, right? And you kind of feel weird buying it because you're like, ET, what does ET have to do with makeup? But I'm so pleasantly surprised with how good this palette is and how unique the color story is. It's like giving me, even though this movie was made in the 80s, it's giving me like weird 2000s vibe. Think of like the Urban Decay Cyber palette, but just way more edgier. Way more edgier than Urban Decay will ever be, okay? Anyway, if you do purchase this, you are so pleasantly surprised with how good the quality is that you kind of forget that this is like a weird novelty palette after all. I know it's supposed to look like a DVD, but this just looks like that weird table you get in a pizza. It's strange. There's a lot of empty space, but you forgive it because the quality is just that good. Who would have thought a weird, unassuming collab would actually be a really, really good palette? Not for me, that's for damn sure. So that's pretty much it in terms of palettes that are kind of weird, kind of cringe, cringe, but ultimately kind of fucking amazing at the end of the day. And regardless of the weird collaboration, it just makes sense. And they are some of the best products that I have in my collection. I regret nothing. I'm a little embarrassed, but I'm dying on a hill for them, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Now let's focus on the things that just make me sad, especially that I entered my fucking debit card when buying these little babies. The first product is from MAC, and I should have taken it as a sign that this palette wasn't meant to be. It wasn't something I should have ever owned because of how long it took for me to find this palette. Now, MAC released about 1,000 things this past holiday season, and this little palette spoke to me. And I'm talking about the Effervescence Extra Dimension Face Palette in light. And when I tell you I was legit foaming at the mouth for this palette because not only did I think it was really cute looking, but I thought, this is gonna be fucking great. MAC is hit or miss for me, but their highlighters and blushes have always been wonderful. So what is there not to love about this palette? First of all, I stalked so many sites to find this palette. Every day, Ulta said out of stock. Every day I would go to MAC. Wasn't there. I would actually go to even MAC in person, not there. I finally found it from Dillard's, and I waited so fucking long for this to come into my life. And you know what? It's worse than mediocre. It should have never been created. MAC is usually so pigmented, especially in the highlighter and blush realm. This was nothing. Nothing. And I know I have used this term in the past, time and time again, but this is the pre-cum of palettes, okay? At best describes my experience. All bark, no bite. Instead of us both climaxing, I'm left with nothing. And at least one of us was satisfied. And that was MAC taking my money. I'm embarrassed that I paid for this palette. I'm embarrassed that I waited for this palette. And I'm embarrassed that I paid expedited shipping for this palette, which still, by the way, came standard shipping. Don't even get me fucking started. I've never been so let down in my entire life. Actually, that's not true. That's not true at all. I'm lying because the next product for me, bitch, I'm seeing red, okay? Seeing red. So I purchased this product from Glamlight. And maybe, listen, I'm a dum-dum. That's totally possible. But when I read the description of the product, it felt like it would be a proper makeup bag. Lo and behold, I purchased this. And oddly enough, if this shows up before my Scooby-Doo collection ever got fucking shipped, which is another story for another day. But when I took this out of the box, I was like, what the fuck what is this? What is this? What the fuck is this? What is this shit? So I immediately went back to the website and I reread the description. And okay, it technically said it was a purse, but it also said, whether it's for a night out on the town or to store all our makeup essentials, Tip's leather jacket purse will truly be your new go-to accessory. So maybe I'm looking for too much, okay? It's totally possible. I am a ridiculous human, but I assume that, okay, if I don't want to make it a purse, it could double as a makeup bag. And again, maybe I should have read it more clearly. My bad. Instead, I got excited and I was like, oh my God, a makeup bag that looks like a mini leather jacket. Okay, like I was excited. This could go perfect with my elf jean pocket. I don't even know what I could do with this. I don't think I could really put anything in this bag. This tiny little bag is so fucking heavy. It comes with this tiny little strap that apparently I think is supposed to be crossbody because on the shoulder, it's literally it's literally like where my tit is, and if I put it around me, it's choking me out, okay? And I didn't pay this much money to have a sexy time thing with this thing. When I do open it up, I'm trying to like literally just like smush the shit out of it so that I could try to put something other than maybe one fucking lipstick, but my hand is so fucking big because I got big boy hands that it is like, it's impossible to fucking put my hand in there without scratching it up because the material's kind of rough. Like this is just disappointing in a whole other level. I feel like I have more support shoving makeup products under my fat rolls than I would ever fit in this little bag. And honestly, I'm just embarrassing myself because it's too fucking stupid to really read the description and really look at the images. But also I kind of blame Glamlight a little bit too because had they had better pictures of this little bag, I would have thought twice about picking it up. Had I seen different angles instead of the MySpace angle, I wouldn't be in this fucking predicament, but here I am. And it's my fault, I recognize that. Even putting my cell phone in this bitch feels like it's a fucking struggle. Like, come on, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? No, this is too cute, but really disappointing. Anyway, moving on. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, it does. And I'm a clown, and I recognize that, but I picked up the Besame Ursula compact. Now, I've had my brush in the past with this brand. They've truly fucked me over with that spider highlighter. I thought it was supposed to have this amazing pan embossing. It turned out I paid $100 for a plastic insert that got lost in my queen's apartment. So not only does the Byredo palette haunt that place, but so does the plastic insert for my fucking spider highlighter. But I digress. Also, that highlighter hit hard pan, okay? It was a travesty. When I heard of this release, I laughed, mainly because this shit costs about $200. And I thought to myself, who the fuck is gonna buy this? Well, clearly me. I bought this. And I hear you. I hear you saying, Theresa, you're a dumb bitch. And rightfully so, I am. But to my defense, this is where I'm gonna gaslight you here, okay? One of you little pumpkins reached out to me and said, hey, Theresa, it's half off. And that's all I need to hear. I blame that person. No, I'm kidding, I love you. Anyway, what can I say? I love wasting money. I really do. But this product makes me so mad and so sad and just embarrassed that I fell for the trap. I fell for the thirst trap. And I'm embarrassed that I still paid way too much fucking money for something that is just gold paint. The compact is stunning. There's no denying that. And thank God I could just remove the pan. But when I tell you this showed up and I learned that it was an overspray of Joann's craft glitter, are you fucking kidding me? So I wiped it away, hoping and praying that I could turn myself into a golden god. But no, the glitter is so caked in this motherfucker that it's impossible to remove. No matter how many times I try to wipe it away, it remains. When I get this product on my skin, you know what it looks like? It looks like someone pissed on my face. It's so yellow that I am concerned that this is not drinking enough water, okay? I'm concerned. But on the bright side, the box is fucking fantastic. But yeah, I'm embarrassed that I wasted my money thinking that I could fix it. That this would be amazing. I fell for the trap. And honestly, I knew deep down inside this was gonna be bad, but I still did it anyway. Why? Because I'm a fucking glutton for punishment. I am. Anyway, those are the things that I'm just mad, sad, embarrassed. I'm every emotion possible, okay? This is like a 7th grade diary right here, okay? I have a lot of emotions and they're all just sad. Anyway, now I want to hear from y'all. Let me know down below your embarrassing or your sad purchases. Let me know because I love hearing from you. And again, thank you so much to Factor for sponsoring today's video. I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. As always, feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button. It's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Instagram, and to my beautiful, wonderful YouTube members and patrons, thank you so much for keeping this delicious, disgusting, filthy, trashy, really filthy, really gross, really nasty, really disgusting actually. Garbage boat afloat, couldn't do without you. I love your adorable little delicious faces, and I just want to gobble you all up so you can live inside my belly and we can be one. If you want to know what is currently on my face, everything you need to know will be listed in the description box down below. And I'll see you little cranberries later. Bye.